Well, we've managed to get a few jobs done today for the old girl. Found a few issues. The clutch pedal, it looked a bodge, and as you can see it was slightly loose. That was the problem. That is the shaft movement, but the pedal was loose on there, and I could actually pull that bolt out, right? So I tried tightening it and it slipped and that. Well, I took it off, got another bolt to go in. It really wants a different one, but it's the right size, just a fraction small, and I made another pin to go in there. And I'm not sure how that should be, but there is a spacer in the top that's meant to be there. There's a hole in the shaft for it and everything, so that's okay. I haven't put the spring back on yet, and I've tried it, and there's plenty of clutch pressure, so we don't need that today. I've gone round oiling stuff, you know, most stuff, and greasing up. It needs more greasing, but it's got some in now anyway. I've put some on the steering. We're not going far, so I put some on the steering. We've done that, and the tracker ends and stuff like that. Oh, and the other thing, that was very slightly loose, so I've tightened the drop arm as well. So that's done. We've given it a clean and oil up, as I said, and that's about it. We've checked the brakes, and I've tried the individual brakes, and they both work. This one works like this side, the right side, works slightly better than the left, but it just needs to run down the road first, and they may need just adjusting slightly, but they're not too far out, so that all works. Oh, and I've got insured and taxed, so we can have a whiz. So there we are, a bit more of the tractor. And oh, and this is important, I knew there was something else. I cleaned the filter out. It was full of crap. No glass filter. We've not got a diesel filter yet for it, but clean that out. And these bodges, they are nice. I mean, they're not nice to get and have to deal with issues, but somebody has put a new 2p on that underneath to hold it on. So when I cleaned that out, it was absolutely full of seeds and rubbish, so that's all nice and new and clean. And it certainly works alright. When I pumped it, and it floods out, the diesel does, so there's no blockage or anything like that. So that should be okay. Right, so that's like the story so far. So we've made a start, and we found something, and found that a bodge has had it, and you know, which you expect at some time in its life. There's quite a lot of bolts and screws missing that they've had off. It's got, when it started cold, it's got very good oil pressure. And what else? Oh, I'll put the lights on and it didn't seem to charge, but that's well, that could be investigated, let's say. And the most likely culprit is the regulator, which I believe is behind the dashboard, which is actually only held on, if you can see from there. I'm not looking in my camera on the, here, look. I think you can see it there. It's only held on with the top two screws, so it's obviously been off quite a lot. So anyway, that's what we found so far. So it's nothing serious, is it? No serious issues so far. Look, the tractor's proving popular already, look, with the ladies.